forget you. Man, I really need a girlfriend. Good morning, everyone. We are here at the State Museum of Pennsylvania. We're going to see a lot of cool stuff. I've never been here before. This is like my, I haven't been to Harrisburg probably in upwards of 15 years. I think the last time I was here, we went to the Capitol for school, and I got to meet David Argyle, and that's it. But yeah, so we're going to go in and see all the cool stuff that's there, and it's going to be exciting. So we got this whole map. That's pretty cool. So we're gonna start all the way at the top and work our way down. Let's go. Escalators and stairs are this way. Yeah, let's just go escalators. Why not? Let's live a little. So right now it is, you have to reserve beforehand and you have to arrive within an hour timeline. I guess they're just trying to keep the amount of people here down. And this is one of the places that still has the restriction on wearing masks inside, even if you are vaccinated. So it's William Penn. It's interesting. He looks a lot different. I mean, other than being like, 15 feet tall. That's actually probably more than 15 feet, 6, 12. I'm gonna say 20 feet. Yeah, maybe 25, maybe 30. He just keeps growing every moment. I mean, think about it. Without this guy, we wouldn't be called Pennsylvania. I mean, if my ancestors found this place, I guess it would be like either Smithville or Kutztown. That's funny because there's a Kutztown already. Let's keep heading on up. Wow, it's a really amazing mural. So we are going to come back and see all this because every single level is a little different. Not exactly sure why I took the escalators because I have to see all the cool stuff. Hey, maybe it gives me something to be excited for. I believe that's Independence Hall right there. Wow, this is really, really cool. So I guess this is like the beginning, and all the way over there is sort of modern times. Well, sort of modern. Nobody dresses like that anymore. Okay. So we're on the 3rd floor now, heading for the first exhibit. It is crazy to think that like, too close and it's too hot, too far and it's too cold. Right there, that's the perfect middle for us. We're in the Hall of Geology. Volcanism. That's where Spock lives.
Fascinating.
So this is going to be the whole history of geology. Good thing we had that crash course with anthracite, I guess. We might be the only person in this entire thing right now, because they may start at the bottom, but I believe 50 people can be here at a time. And when I signed up, there was 49 slots left. So I'm number 48. So, plenty of space.
The Earth's continents can be made to fit together like parts of a giant jigsaw puzzle. 200 million years ago,
Pangea.
the Earth looked like this.
There's a chance the geology part might be the worst part, but, what is this? I may have spoken too soon. Let's look at this first. A fossilized coral reef. Oh, that's sweet. Look at the detail on that. So these are all fossilized, creatures. There's a mollusk right there. A trilobite. What is this? What? Oh. I've heard of these. They're in this one game I play. That's crazy. So these things actually existed. I just figured they made it up. Dude, I'm just gonna die if I see that. I'm just gonna give up, fall down in the water. What is this thing? Look, its eyes even. Oh my gosh. Nope, not messing with that. See you later. I ain't going to Ocean City, New Jersey. Get somebody else to go. Straight up lizard right there. That's like an original salamander, I think. Oh my goodness. Down the rabbit hole, I guess we go. Someone's making really weird crackling sounds in there. Is that a giant cockroach? I think it is. I think it is. All right, I'm leaving. You want my wallet? Here's my wallet, take it, it's fine. I didn't mean to trespass in your zone, homie. I apologize. This does not look good. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right, getting a little scared now. What is you? What are you doing here? So I'm definitely the only one in here. And this is getting pretty scary, not gonna lie. That right there is a phytosaur? Phytosaur? Phytosaur. I'm gonna say phytosaur. Phytosaur. Oh my gosh. Are you hungry or something? Jeez, relax. So that right there is a Silophysis bari, otherwise known as a dinosaur. I love how he doesn't have a cool name like everybody else. Look, this one's called a Redondosaurus. Yeah, look at that, Redondosaurus, that's huge. Oh no, more lights. They're starting to understand that I'm here. This is like Night at the Museum, except it's just me. Come to think of it, that is the entire plot, so these homies just don't see what's under there. I'm afraid to look. Oh my gosh, he's huge, and he's coming to eat everybody. You better take that long neck and get out of here. Too bad your neck ain't in the ground to see what's coming. So this one, I guess this is them actually getting this out. Look at this guy, he's huge. I'm not even gonna try and say most of these names because I'm not gonna get it right. Whoa. That's I think that's a T-Rex. Yeah, that's a T-Rex right there. Wow, look at that. I feel like everybody's like super interested in the Jurassic period. But once you get to, what is that, teriyaki? The teriyaki period. No, it's like Tartary? I can't say any of these names, what's wrong with me? But as soon as you get to this, it's like all the creatures look insane, and people are just like, I don't believe they existed. But I mean, we got these fossils right here. Look at this one, he's got the body of a boar and the face of a horse. And this one's got like, I don't even know, the nose of a mole, and like the face of a rhino, and the body of a bear. This one's just straight up ugly. Look at this. Who thought of this? Who thought this was going to be a good idea? Now this looks like a dragon almost, but I guess these are part of like the Pachysauruses and Ankylosauruses. Whoa, that's an Ankylosaurus head? That's a Pachy head. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. And what is this over here? It's like a spine? Oh, it's the tail of a sick mastodon. I wonder how they know it was sick. Is it because they have his tail and they're just like, he's gotta be sick if we got his tail? What? I don't know. Oh my gosh. Well, I didn't mean to interrupt you too. I see you're killing a defenseless animal, so I'll just, leave you be. What do you mean our grandchildren? Oh, it's an honor. I was like, what? I thought somebody was like, these are our grandchildren. Look, the crows are just watching it all. Crazy crows. Ooh, look at this. Deer's trying to get away, and the cat, I don't know why you're reaching out your paw. He's right there. This room is so huge. I hope these lights don't just flash on in a second. I'm gonna lose it. More deer. Ooh, Uncle Andy's gonna love this. It's the elk. They're making an appearance, finally. Bear attack. Those bears straight up bullying a porcupine. That ain't cool. I don't know, to me, the bear's small. I totally didn't even mean to make a fat joke right there. But I just mean I could take him and put him in a headlock and bear down on him. You get it? Because he's a bear. We got a bobcat. Bobcatting it up, catting up the bob. We got 2 beavers just chilling out, making a house. Got an otter watching them. Get to work. Quit being lazy. Whoa, bison. That thing is huge. Now, I'll tell you right now, I cannot take that. I would not be able to take that. I'd be able to eat that, but I'm not gonna be able to take it. No way, no how. He gonna just kill me in 1 second. Aw, red fox. These are babies. Look, he's eating a turtle. What's wrong with you, man? You ain't got a shell. He's gonna come back with his turtle homies and beat you all up. You ain't gonna like that, Mama Fox. Over here we got a hornet's nest, and we got, I believe these are gray fox. And what is that? Is that like a heron or something? Let's see what it says here. It says it's a northern oh, I thought that said bobcat at first. I was like, ain't no way that's a bobcat. It's a pretty, that don't look right. No, it's a bobwhite. Never heard of them. Oh, there's a long-tailed weasel here hiding somewhere. But where? Oh my gosh, he's adorable. Excuse me, where's the gift shop? I will take 10 long-tailed weasels, right? I'm gonna take them home. They're gonna be jumping on my shoulder while I'm driving. There's a skunk. Are those his eggs or?
You stupid.
Smart weasel, snapping turtle, eggs. Yo, homie, why are you eating snapping turtle eggs? I didn't think skunks ate that. Maybe that's why they smell. They're eating eggs. Look at that, cardinal. Now, here's the real question. Why my homie getting mocked like this? Why my raccoon just chilling out in the dark? Why can't he have his own life? Yo, it's my homie beaver. I would love this in my room. Put a little lamp on top of him, just have him chill, little hat, you know? Every morning I wake up, I go, what up, Beav? And he goes, not much, I'm just here. I'm stuck in your room. And I'll be like, all right. So this is all about the Mammal Hall. They've renovated it. So this is going to show like a bunch of cool stuff about before and what was planned for it. So like this over here, this was originally the mount that they were going to use. And this is just a beaver they had left over. So he's just chilling in this box now. And this is the original bobcat. So it seems, according to this, one was planned to be up in a tree, but the plane was abandoned. So they just got a regular, I mean, how many people can say they just got a bobcat lying around, honestly? Oh, look at that. So you can change the mode. That's cool. You can change the color and everything. So let's go with super bright yellow. Oh, that's awesome. Now let's go with the color. Let's go blue. I think I did something wrong. I think I turned it off. Oh, I broke it. Oh, maybe that is blue. Nope, I broke it. No, there it is. Oh my gosh. It's so blue. Go with red. So this was the original mountain lion. And I will admit, he doesn't look quite right. And apparently this says that they had to replace some. So this was like the wonky version they had to replace. Look at his face. I don't even know what's wrong with him exactly, but something's wrong. I think everything really, really looks cool. Oh, that's a little weird. I can see the backstage. Bobcat beaver, okay? That's how you get access into their homes. Oh, this is a fox thing. I was just like, what is this thing? Look at that squirrel. Oh my gosh. And this is the red fox model. Something is screaming in the distance. I better be quiet before I get there. Oh my gosh. What are you doing here? Look at you. It looks like a squirrel, but I'll take 2 of him as well. What is that? Nope, I don't want to live on this earth anymore. I'm going to Mars. They ain't got stuff like this in Mars. Nope, not doing it. Oh, that's interesting. So this is the actual size of it. Okay, that's a little better. I would say it's maybe the length of my thumb. I still don't want to live here anymore, but I'm just saying it's a little better. All right, well, I was about to think what I wanted for lunch, and then I had to see this thing. A snail shell? Get out of here. And a log cabin caddisfly? Oh my gosh. You tell me one other place in the entire world that you can just go hang out with 12 ducks, and they'll actually hang out with you as well. Oh, I'm just realizing, no, I guess these are all ducks. Yeah, surface feeding ducks and diving ducks. I would be Well, whichever one involves eating the most. So I'm gonna be a feeding duck, that's me. So, a little hint. Since I'm literally probably the only one in this entire place, I have been taking my mask down. But just in case somebody from the museum watches this video, I haven't taken my mask down at all. Man, they just got every creature in here. This is, I'm calling it, this is the Smithsonian of Pennsylvania. I don't know if anybody said it before, doesn't matter, because I said it now. So people start calling the Smithsonian of Pennsylvania to come over, MrDingoDan vlogs. Hey, he's the first one that said it, so it's all on me. Yikes. My grandmother would not like that. Or that would. What do I feel like? This is some crime scene? Like somebody found a tadpole dead and they think the water snake did it. Listen, I'm calling it right now. It was a muskrat, no doubt. Never trust a muskrat, ever. You know, I've been hearing this duck screaming. I don't know what he's screaming for, life or death, but he just keeps screaming. We'll be there in a second. Come on, this place is huge. What do you want me to do? All these birds have funny names. Like, I mean, if you crash in Virginia, you can either hit a Virginia rail or crash into a Virginia rail. I mean, this is, you know, where's the most bittern? This is the least bittern. I mean, that's just a blackbird. There's nothing funny about that. This guy's got a, you know, red face, so that's pretty funny. Look, he's common. Where's the uncommon one? This is what I'm saying. Look at this. I don't know what it says right here because I can't read, but I know it says, don't trust a muskrat. That's what it says. I feel like there was supposed to be a muskrat in here, and he's gone. He's in jail because he, you know, he murdered. Whoa, were these ducks building a rocket ship? Oh, so it's like a little birdhouse, I guess. That's a pretty good idea. Now I'm just saying, impartial person, but what if we, you know, put a little fuse at the end and showed them what it was like in space? Space ducks. Pretty cool. We've seen ducks on ice, mighty ducks, but this is a space duck. Here is a white-tailed piebald deer. I have never heard of this or seen this ever. This is super rare, I bet. Wow. So it was killed in 1992, and then it was donated. I don't know, you know, there's probably no more of these around at all. What? Nope. Not interested. I want to know when they were making this, you know, museum, who said, hey, can you find the things that gives me nightmares and then put them in an exhibit? No, I don't want them. Take them out. These can't be this big. The woodchuck I know is that big. That is a huge squirrel. What is that? So, let's see. That's a fox squirrel? What? When did those become things? That looks sort of normal. His face looks a little wonky, but this is look how huge he is. Look, there's my hand next to him. He's huge. I'll take 2 of him as well. I found the source. There we got bald eagle. We got a turkey vulture back there. We've got some hawks, falcons. Let's see where the hawk is. Oh my gosh, look at that hawk. Hawk. This is an osprey. That's a Cooper's hawk. By the way, there's the names are right there. I'm not that good. Down we go to the second floor. What will we see? Stuff. So right here on the second floor, we'll start seeing Civil War stuff, industry, and transportation. I'm gonna guess these are just regular restrooms and not the history of restrooms, although that would be pretty cool. Anthropology and archaeology. I guess for the restrooms, it would just be like a bucket or, you know, Pennsylvania Turnpike. That's cool. We were just on that. And the left escalator. So let's start here. So this model of a sawmill is based on Oliver Evans' drawing. There's a full-scale reconstruction of this sawmill at Daniel Boone Homestead in Reading. I guess we'll have to go there next. I would love to see this. This looks so cool. Look at this, straight up sled and bells. Pennsylvania farmers used homemade sleighs such as this one throughout the ages of the horse. This sleigh was made in 1850. Are you kidding? This looks pretty good for 1850. I gotta buy a new TV every 6 years, but this looks great. Sleigh bells were attached to a horse harness. I wonder why. Maybe I guess to hear them coming, maybe it would scare off like predators and stuff. I always liked how Lincoln Logs were awesome, but they taught you like how to build stuff like this. So it's like they were useful even more so than you thought. That's awesome. So this is an original account book. That's really, really cool. Whoa. This is a whole thing right here. So this is Lincoln and his officers in Antietam. The problem is there's a way you can go that way, but there's so much on the right. Got to figure out the game plan. I'll just make it a complete circle, so I'll come back to this. And then I'm gonna go through here next. So this whole area is commemorating objects of valor. This is the flag of the 2nd United States Colored Troops. Wow, this is the original flag. That's awesome. So in addition to Pickett's charge, which we're about to see in a second, the painter also painted, let's see, 4 smaller paintings. These are incredible. And to think these are the originals is really, really cool. Look at the realism in that. I don't know if it's translating through video, but it looks so incredible here. Oh, and also thank you guys for commenting if you wanted widescreen or not. I got a lot of text messages, not necessarily comments in the YouTube channel, but just to give you a heads up, this is what it would look like if we were in the regular version and not the widescreen. Yeah, it's pretty daunting, the fact that, you know, it's crazy. Just look how much more you can see. This is great. This is incredible. I almost feel like I appreciate this more than the stuff that I saw at Gettysburg. I don't want to throw shade on Gettysburg at all, but their museum was sort of the same thing over and over again. There was like 300 or 400 hats and like 70 drums, and it was just the same thing over and over again, and it's cool, but like there's different stuff around. You know, there's a gun, there's a cannon, there's swords and everything. And so I appreciate this more. So I apologize if Ian is watching. You know, great guy, loves Gettysburg. But yeah, I appreciate this more, I think. So sorry, forgive. Now this is cool. So this is the painting for Pickett's charge. Let me just make sure this is the original. I really don't want another Washington crossing issue. This is insane. This is actually insane. Look at me next to it. Like, this is huge, absolutely huge. And I hope I'm less huge. These are whole books of the history of Pennsylvania volunteers. Who kept records of that? Who thought to do that? Look, first drum we saw here. If you want to see more drums, you go to Gettysburg. They got like 50,000 drums there. So it says right here that Pickett's charge arrived in Harrisburg in 1894. So this is a Confederate battle flag. It looks a lot different than the Confederate flags you see nowadays. That shouldn't really exist, in my opinion. As you can see right here, we got another drum. That's okay. You know, we can handle another drum. So this is commemorative medals and reunion ribbons. This is given by Governor Robert Pattinson. He presented medals to the survivors of Pennsylvania's 5 1st Defender militia units. Wow, and that's in Schuylkill County. That's super close to us, way closer than Harrisburg. This is a portrait of General John White Geary. Never heard of that, guys, but you know, I'll tell you, he looks pretty stoic. That horse looks freaked out. He looks like, I ain't dealing with this, I'm going home. Look at that, fancy. We're going into a whole new territory here. This is like Native American territory. There's one all the way out there. He is butt naked. These oil paintings, I guess they are really incredible. Like, they feel very, very, very real. Oh, this is super dark. Why do I feel like a light's gonna flash on? I swear. This is so scary. It's so silent, and I'm positive that someone's gonna come out and murder me. If you're watching this, I wasn't murdered because I was able to get home and, you know, upload it to YouTube and edit it, so it's probably gonna be fine. Oh look, they lit up the fire underneath. That's pretty cool. So these are all different kinds of archaeological excavations. Kenoi Town. I'm going to show them because there's a lot here, and if you want to research them, just pause it and look it up, because these all look incredible. Strickler, Sheep Rock Shelter. Wow, there's the actual expedition. It's funny, my youth pastor would like this. He used to be an archaeologist. You know, Berks County doesn't have anything Almost everybody else got something, but Berks County, nada. Maybe the Indians weren't hanging out here, or we're just hogging the land. What? What? Were they just finding bodies? I'm confused. So I'm guessing that's a 36-year-old, 170 pounds? I'm guessing that that's what a refuse pit is. It's only saying welcome here. So scrap the subsoil. Yeah, it's not really explaining anything exactly. It'll probably explain it later on. See, this says the exact same number. I mean, they can't all be 36 years old and 170 pounds. You can only guess weight so much. But it's a bit creepy. Also, these guys don't look exactly right, but considering, like, look how awesome that camera looks. So this is how everything could be found. Right now we can find a Coke bottle. Arrowhead, more arrowheads, arrowhead. Are these? It seems like based off of this, they're saying that Coca-Cola has all the ammo that Native Americans would ever need. This is the modern day arrowhead. Pretty cool. You see, what did I tell you? Look, all this other cool stuff, Coca-Cola right there. Something's going on here. Either Coca-Cola is as old as this other stuff and the cans just didn't break down, or something else is happening. Yo, look at this gun. It's a Flintlock pistol. That's insane. So this was excavated between 1718 and 1743. That's nuts. I'll be 100% honest. I'm not the biggest fan of Native American history or anything like that. Well, you can see I am glistening with sweat. I'm giving this hat a good last workout. But this is pretty cool. Honestly, there's a lot of stuff here. Like, this is incredible. Look at that, like a whole long ship. I guess they call it a canoe, but like still, look at that. That's awesome. And it's pretty well preserved, I think. When's it? Look at that. It's dated 1250. So these are little miniatures that are set up. He's got a deer. They're setting up their house and everything. This one's a little confusing. I'll admit, I get he's picking up sticks. But this guy, what is... Oh, is that like... That's an old way of like a bow and arrow. Like, I guess they just flung it. It's sort of like that one game with the ball. It's like a hook and you just swing it over. I guess that's what they did with the arrows back in the day. I never knew that. I learned one thing at least. I learned like 1,000 things at this point, but I'm just saying it's nuts. It is funny. I've seen like workers walking around. I have not seen another person that is just here. I might be the only one in this entire museum, at least on this floor. Definitely by myself on the 3rd floor. And so far I'm by myself on the 2nd. So this is pretty great. Come on a Friday morning. That's what I guarantee. I'm telling you, it's that muskrat. They found him. They caught him. They killed him. He's dead. It's pretty interesting that they would actually have like the fire in the canoe. You'd think that would be just like a horrible idea. But what do I know? Not of a Native American. It's weird. Some people have clothes on. This guy's just chilling naked, watching everybody else clothed. This is pretty cool. 18. Wow. That's nuts. This shows exactly how low everything went. It's all the way up there. The water, maybe? Maybe this is underwater? Oh yeah, it's for a well. Hey, I figured it out on my own. I did it, guys. I'm finally starting to read signs. Look at this. Look how huge this is. This is crazy. I got both of these in here. I hope they never have to move them because that's gonna be a pain. So the Pennsylvania Turnpike first opened in 1940. And we come over here and you see one of these help signs that you first had to use before there were cell phones or even phones in cars. If you needed the police, you hit the police button. If you needed medical, you hit medical button. And accident, you hit accident. And service just looks like it was pushed in, but I imagine it works. But it's not like a voice communication. It just, you get there. And this, AAA was still a thing back then. So we're still charged, but they would do it based off of when they came out. That's pretty smart considering there weren't phones at the time. So we got the Pennsylvania Turnpike construction here. So they started abandoning rail beds to paved highways. This is so cool. And this is like the TNT that they used. Now, I've been through these so many times, and they're still like really awesome to go through. And there's some abandoned ones that I would love to check out. So let me know in the comments if you'd like to see those abandoned turnpike tunnels, because there's quite a few in Pennsylvania. When they needed to, it says right here, they had to acquire private property and buildings. So there were, I mean, look at that house. That one's just caved in and destroyed. And I imagine they had an entire way of pushing the turnpike to sort of make it popular. Because I'm sure for the most part, people don't like change. So they didn't want to try this new, it was going to cut off all these places. So before you might go to, you know, Lancaster or something, you might travel out there. But now it appears that this just cuts it off completely. But that's just not the truth. So back when I had my driving job, I used to take this all the way. And this will take you up to Ohio if you're following that way. And it was always really, really, you know, awesome to go through that because it's very, very quick. Most of the time to get through the entire state, it could take you up to 6 hours. With the turnpike, it takes you 4.5 maybe. So it really, really does save you time. But I'm sure people were reluctant to get into it because, like, this is probably one of my favorite tunnels to go into, the Sidling Hill Tunnel. I've gone through that so many times. But I believe somewhere around here, actually, I think it's right there. Yeah, this is the one that is the Allegheny Tunnel. It's now known as the Allegheny Mountain Tunnel that's abandoned. They actually built around it. Not sure the reason, but that's the place. If you want me to go there, I'll go there. Oh, that's really cool. It shows what the turnpike was like back in the day. And that's pretty accurate. Look, Sidling Hill. I've gone through this so many times. This is cool. Now it's there's two sides. So there's two lanes going through one way and 2 lanes coming back the other way. And they often close down one or the other so they can do maintenance. It's pretty much an endless process. He seems like he's pretty white. Now we're getting a little more modern with the cars. Oh, these look so cool. They seem like they'd be pretty comfy, honestly. You know, I wouldn't mind sleeping in one of these, to be fair. It's nice and cozy in there. Is it beer or, yeah, it might be. It's something. So right here, this is all about the 3 Mile Island accident. And they had this rover clean up a lot of the, you know, mess that was made from 3 Mile Island. Pretty sure you can't go to 3 Mile Island, but if you can, I would go, trust me. This is where the horses would be. This gives me Haunted Mansion vibes right here. Welcome, foolish mortals. Now this seems like a much smoother ride. I would love to be kicking in this. This would be great. This one would be even better. Look at those rims. Those are 357 rims, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. Chromed out. Oh, this is so cool. It's a fire hand pumper. So they would like cart these around and pump to get the water out. I guess they would pipe them as well because it looks like there's like a hose attachment right there. But this was the only way to get water. They didn't have like hydrants and everything. This is also a fire engine, maybe a little more modern. But they basically used it as a blast furnace. They used like soft coal to operate this. So this is a whole coal area. I mean, technically coal into coke. And there's coke coming up again. It's a whole conspiracy. Coal and muskrats. That's what this video is all about. This is a seriously awesome model train. You know what would fit perfectly in there? You guessed it, folks. A muskrat. Little muskrat riding around. His getaway train. Wonder what they're going to be adding here. T.M. Fowler's bird's eye view. Okay, that'll be cool. I'll have to come back to see that. Oh, that's cool. Let's see what this one does. Just explodes. All right, looks like somebody else is on the 2nd floor. I just heard him screaming. This is even nicer. Look, it's got like that gold plating on the outside. Man, these guys know how to kick it. This is super old. That is it for the 2nd floor. We're heading down to the 1st floor. Let's see what they got down there. So we are back at this absolutely massive mural. And here are all the quotes that are there through the years. All different kinds of people saying great things. It's from James Buchanan, Andrew Carnegie, George Westinghouse, so I know him. Down we go. And we're headed into the village square. This is so cool. And this is a coppersmith. You don't hear of a coppersmith much. This mail wagon was used in Wyoming and Sullivan counties from 1916 to the late 1920s. So this is the actual mail. This is awesome. My mom could use this for all of her packages. It's a whole wood shop right here. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Here's the general store. It's pretty cool. They have like a whole seating area around a fake tree. And I'll be honest, looks pretty real. Oh, feels pretty real until you really get down to it. So it's starting to get hot around here right now. And this is like a summer kitchen. They had a second kitchen like behind the house, and those were only used in the summer. It's still pretty hot in here. Here is another view of the summer house behind plexiglass. Well, that's pretty strong plexiglass. You can see all the old teapots and old spoons. Hey, hold on. Those look like some of the spoons we got. What's going on here? That muskrat is stealing spoons now from my house. This guy needs to be stopped. I know he was killed already, and the narrative doesn't necessarily fit through the whole video, but this muskrat is dangerous. He needs to be stopped. So I completely missed this before. I guess these are the documents showing them signing for Pennsylvania and Pennsylvania being given to William Penn. These heavily look like photocopies. So that's a little upsetting, but yeah, wow, this is crazy. I don't even know any of these words because, you try and read that. Whoa, look at all this. That is a lot of silver. What do you use this for? A punch bowl? Hey, I was right. It's a punch bowl. It says it right there. See, I'm not insane. Still, that's a lot of punch. I just feel like if I took this out, I would cut myself. Look, it's got pointy tridents on it. No way you're not doing it. So after last week's video, we got some more coal information here. So it says in 1908, the National Child Labor Committee estimated that 1 out of every 4 mine workers was a boy from age 7 to 16. What's crazy about this is it was probably another 60 years until they really started putting child labor laws in. So a lot of kids unfortunately had to die because they had to work. Yeah, this one as well is a reproduction. You can see it's photocopied. That's a little upsetting. Wonder where the real ones are. Got deer over here. Another beeves. Chilling out, piece of wood. He's like, yo, what are you looking at? This is really, really awesome. Right as I'm leaving, those are the first people I saw. I heard somebody screaming before, but I never saw them. So, that's pretty funny. I'm leaving the museum, and it's about 11 a.m., so I've been here about 2 hours, and that's nuts. And now, of course, where else would we be going? The store. Bit bogus. The gift shop was closed. I suppose I am really the only one that was in the building the whole time, so why would they have it open for one person? As you can see, it's a beautiful day in Harrisburg. Quite lovely. So before we left, I wanted to be able to show you just how massive this place is. As you know, we saw a whole lot today, but just look how huge this place is. It's just absolutely massive. So as you can see, we have about 34 minutes left on our park. I'm not just gonna throw those minutes away. So I'm gonna walk and talk. And I think we're gonna walk over to the Capitol just to see the rotunda. It's, this way, a couple blocks. So a few things I wanted to cover. Awesome. This was awesome museum to go to. I've never been to this one. I know there was a museum that was a little bit like it in, that was Philadelphia. This was just fantastic. And when you consider the fact that it's $7 for entry, and I was completely by myself the entire time, I didn't see anyone until I was leaving. That's pretty great. Now, secondly, I wanted to talk about parking. They don't have parking for themselves. What they do have are, all around Harrisburg, there are parking meters. There's an app, which I'll put right here. It's the app I was using. As soon as I show up, I just hit where I'm at. You don't have to put quarters in or anything. It took out of my PayPal. And I think total it was like $6 for 2.5 hours. Like $6.50 maybe, which is pretty good. And it's really no hassle. I parked right in front of the facility, literally right in front. And I was able to park and not have a problem. Now, this is super early on a Friday morning, so there may be an issue if you're coming on a Saturday or later in the day. You could have a bigger issue then trying to get in. We are here. Look at that beauty. So yeah, parking is super simple. And when I say it's close to the Capitol, I'm about a minute walk from where I was. And you're here already. Like, it's incredible. The amount of time that I had to stop because, like, we're here already. But yeah, it's pretty cool. A lot of cool, like, huge churches around here. Like, look at that one all the way over there. That's a pretty cool church. And you got a giant one right there. This whole area is really, really great. And look at that, we're back at the car. None of the windows are smashed. And I imagine the engine is probably still in there. So yeah, overall, wonderful experience. I think it's something you want to see once. It's definitely not like a come multiple times. As the new exhibits open up, the new temporary exhibits, I'd be interested to see those. So probably come in. So yeah, finally time to say goodbye to this hat. This hat has been through a lot of being worn and a lot of sweat. So much, I wonder if you melted it down, if it would have like an off-the-charts sodium content. That's pretty gross. That's disgusting, if I'm being honest. But yeah, so you got to say goodbye to the hat for now. I do have a new one, like I said. We'll see that next time. I just want to thank you guys again for watching, and we'll see where we're at next week.